Greetings, this is SkySaunders saying, what's current? Diddy is innocent. But what's up with the Tuci pouches? What's up with the Tusi pouches? It's been claimed that his employees were required to carry around what is called pink cocaine, even though it's a weird thing too, because it's not really Tusi, it's not in the 2CB family of psychoactive drugs, but it has psychoactive elements to it. I'm gonna run down the list. It has ketamine, ketamine precursor, MDMA, caffeine, methamphetamine, some parts cocaine, MDA, oxycodone, eutalone, the levamisole, DMT, lidocaine, and tramadol. So all that is just mixed up in this big batch, and they put it with food coloring, and they get it all together. So it's serious. It's mainly made in Latin America and trafficked all the way up to the United States. And Diddy knew all this. It's known that this is a scheduled drug. I think it's a scheduled drug. It's definitely could be you can be prosecuted for having it in your possession or using it, or definitely distributing it. But during these freak offs, during these parties, during these white parties, he ensured that people will be carrying the substance and having it readily available to all the participants. Now, this is just goes further into the way that Diddy has positioned himself to be in a more of a conundrum than anything else. He has definitely shown himself to be against reality. That's the thing. That's what's so sad. It's brought him to this point right now. He's against the truth. He's against saying what's real. So with the Tusi, it's either spelled Tusi, Tussi, Tuci, Tucibi, or pink cocaine is what it's famously called. But most of the seizures of the drug have been tested, and very little trace amounts of cocaine actually have been found in it. So it's mainly ketamine, which is a dissociative anesthetic, and that's pretty much relaxes your body and causes you to feel like you're kind of like woozy or anything like that. Some of them are stimulants and stuff like that. So Diddy knew that all that. Diddy had that in his mind. He's not getting charged for having the Tusi on his employees. He's not getting charged for that. He's getting charged for racketeering. That could be part of it, maybe the racketeering charge. That's the closest thing that's probably close to it. Racketeering, sex trafficking, and the motion to the movement of prostitutes from different areas, sex workers. So that's the sad part about all this. It's the same psychoactive substance as TCB more broadly, which is not. Tusi, according to the UN Office on Drugs and Crime, contain no TCB in most instances as of 2022. Okay, we got people in the live. I gotta talk to the people in the live now. Okay, you can't stop since I'm here. Yeah, I started a little late, but thanks for coming in. YouTube subscriber, here he goes. Bussy makes the world go round. Maybe for you it does, but not for me. It doesn't make my world go round. But yeah, so the Tusi was in these little pouches, these little Prada, so they're fashionable. They're in Prada pouches. So I'm looking for it now. Diddy pink cocaine. That's what one complaint says. And Lil Rod, he's saying in his complaint against Diddy that he was accused Diddy of sexually harassing, drugging, and threatening him in February. Jones claimed that Diddy's workers were ordered to walk around with a black Prada pouch or fanny pack filled with cocaine, GHB, ecstasy, marijuana gummies, 100 to 250 milligrams each. I don't know why they had to say the exact amount of the gummies, but okay. And tusi, a pink drug that is a combination of ecstasy and cocaine, which is not true because it's not ecstasy or cocaine, as much as I understand it as. It's definitely not cocaine. The docs complained that Diddy wanted his drug of choice immediately ready when he asked for it. The drugs were also allegedly available for guests who attended Diddy's infamous parties at his various homes and rented yacht. Jones claimed that he lived and traveled with Diddy from September 2022 to November 2023. The music producer alleged that he witnessed and recorded Diddy, his staff, and others engaging in serious illegal activity. So this is Diddy's other attorney, Sean Hawley. So he's got Erica Wolf, Sean Hawley, Endifigalo. I hope I pronounced that right. I can't get his name right. He's got what's his name? Rico. These are the people in his Avengers team. This is all the Avengers. The message continued. We have overwhelming, indisputable proof that his claims are complete lies. We will address these outlandish allegations in court and take all appropriate action against those who make them. That's what Diddy's lawyer said. Lil Rod is nothing more than a liar who filed a $30 million lawsuit shamelessly looking for an undeserved payday, Holly said in a statement to us. His reckless name-dropping about events that are pure fiction and simply did not happen is nothing more than a transparent attempt to garner headlines. This is that weirdo, psychedelic drug stuff. It's synthetic, and Diddy was all part of it. He had. This comes later. It says, Erica Wolf claimed Mr. Jones' lawsuit is pure fiction, a shameless attempt to create media hype and extract a quick settlement. There was no RICO conspiracy, and Mr. Jones was not threatened, groomed, assaulted, or trafficked. We look forward to proving in a court of law that all of Mr. Jones' claims are made up and must be dismissed. So that's just the reality of it. That's just the truth. I mean, that's just the reality of her words. I can't say that it's going to come out in court, but it just seems like with Lil Rod's statement that he might be hurt, from past previous people that have been in his past that have done things to him and contributed to his downfall or whatever the case may be, or his position to go at Diddy, which is a person who should be free Diddy. He's innocent. Diddy is innocent. Remember that. Diddy is innocent. So the substance is comparable to MDMA or ecstasy or Molly, but with psychedelic pink cocaine with psychedelic effects. Pink cocaine has nothing to do with cocaine. That's it. It's a synthetic psychedelic drug. Tate exclusively told us, noting it is usually in powder form and has hallucinogenic effects. Tate addressed that pink cocaine has a lethal reputation compared to other drugs. They're not like heroin and cocaine in the past, he said. This is like garbage, all of it. It's all dangerous today. So that was the whole scope of that. And Diddy allegedly made sure that the people around him kept that Tusi or Tusi B or pink cocaine or You know, that's the thing with drugs. You always get a name. It's got to have a name. It's got to have a street name. It's got to, you know, different things like fentanyl. Just fent. You know, just start with fent. And then they have like King Ivory and stuff like that. It's like everything has to have a name. So has to have a street name. F Diddy and those fake effing clowns. The Scotty Doolittle. Salute to you, sir. Thank you for saying that. He's still innocent. He's a man that should be freed and be walking on marble floors, and that it should be heated. He should be able to, you know, tend to his, you know, whatever animals are in his house. Who's tending to him? Is he if he has any, allegedly? Who's tending to his dogs and his various pets, or if he has any, allegedly? So. So what this means is that Diddy is completely, you know, his ship is sinking, but he can be saved. He can be saved on a life raft of the court system. His ship is sinking. It's almost already completely sunk, but he can be saved. He can be saved by the jury if they find him not guilty, because right now he's innocent. But in the court of law, after the evidence has been weighed, it has to be shown that he is definitely and clearly not guilty. That's what has to happen. So this drug, which and I have to go into a whole side. Here goes my side. This is my little sidebar. Every drug should be legalized, including tusi, pink cocaine, whatever you want to call it. All of that should be legalized. This is the reason why I'm watching a documentary from like a year ago on Vice on YouTube. And they got masks on and semi-automatic weapons. And they got an entourage of people on motorcycles. They got like a motorcade going down with the boss, like the Griselda Blanco of her day. She's making $20 million either a week or a month. I think it said a month. $20 million a month, US dollars. So you know it's even going even further down there in South America. So she has all these people around her, and there's people in the documentary. The main guy, the narrator, the person that's the subject of the documentary, or the person that, you know, is governing the documentary. He's showing like everything that's going on. He's showing them making it, and he has to take some. The guy's holding the gun almost directly to his head, saying, "You got to try something." They have the monster voice. They have the modulated voice, and they have the blurred, you know, out visages of the people. So he goes and he just does a little. He breathes out. I think he goes like that. I don't even think he took any. I think he breathed it out. And so they're like, they're like, try it, you got to try it. And then he was just like, you know, I don't even think he took it. So, but this is the same drug. Every drug should be legalized: cocaine, heroin, ecstasy, everything, methamphetamine, all of it. Even in all the disapproved drugs by the FDA, there should be no FDA. There should be no DEA. All of those alphabets, both of those alphabet soup government agencies should be dissolved, and well, not just dissolved, they should be destroyed. There should be destruction involved. They should be taken down. You know, legally, not physically, not like trying to take out the people that are in them, but legally should be destroyed. It should be completely taken away from the system of justice, because that's goes against justice. The irony. If you're not allowing people to do what they wish to do, and they do not intend to harm anyone else in the process, then that should be a clear-cut example of how we should govern ourselves. So that's my side on drugs. All right, so this isn't I don't think they're preaching, the idea of him being too caught up with the Tusi kind of angle. That's why he only has the um, three crimes against him and the tons of allegations, the 120 plus allegations against him. So what I think is that Diddy allegedly used the substances and made sure that the people around him had the substances as well, and he just wanted to freak off. And in a world where I think that drugs should be legal, everything like that, the freak offs are okay as long as it's made. Oh my god! Every time I say not minors but adults and people that are of sound mind and are consensual to everything that goes on, have the freak offs. And then in a perfect world, oh my God, in a perfect world, there should be enough drugs to keep people, without being, violated. They shouldn't be using the drugs to violate anyone, but there should be enough drugs to keep people hallucinating and feeling sedated and feeling up at the same time. That's the thing with this Tusi. It's a mixture of depressants and what was it called? Depressants and stimulants. It's a mixture of both of those. So we have to really stick out and be very accustomed to the fact that these drugs will forever be here. They're gonna. That's the thing. I said this before. Drugs, if they're legal, people are gonna get them. If they're not illegal, if they're not legal, people are gonna get them. It doesn't matter what you can say. All the drug busts and we seized over 10,000 tons of cocaine or something like that. Doesn't matter. I don't care. It doesn't even matter. We found 500 million kilos washed up on the Miami shore. And we're gonna take them into evidence. It doesn't matter. None of that matters. So Diddy, being an innocent man, a man that has yet to be tried in the court of law for his alleged crimes, he should be able to say what is real or not, what is true. That's the way that this has to be. This all has to come down to that. So what we do with the drugs is almost like a sidebar. It's like a side step because it's a main side step, but it's not in the same ballpark as RICO laws, sexual trafficking, and the movement of sex workers for prostitution. So Rodney Lil Rod Jones seemed to be in his lawsuit against Diddy that he's being somebody that's very on guard and very forceful against what Diddy did to him allegedly. So we have to definitely look at that. All of the things that go into a lawsuit and go into criminal charges. I mean, everything that has to happen, all the lawyers, all the DA, the prosecutor, the defense, everything that has to go into it, they have to weigh every little bit of information. Everything has to be weighed. So I'm sure that Tusi and the pink cocaine and whatever the case you want to call it, that's going to appear on the docket most likely. It's going to appear on in the realm of what happens. I can see that happening. I see that happening. So Diddy doing, the worst allegedly, can only be seen as, a crime against really himself, He damaged himself mostly by damaging others. Because you have to be rational. You have to say, I stand by myself selfishly and I don't seek to go out and harm others. You know, that's the thing. You don't sacrifice others to yourself. You don't sacrifice yourself to others. You meet each other as traitors. That's the proper way to be. So it's just little details. It's like the black Prada pouch. Like, why wasn't a white Gucci pouch? It's a black Prada pouch packed filled with cocaine, GHB, ecstasy, marijuana gummies, 100 to 250 milligrams each, and Tuci, a pink drug that is a combination of ecstasy and cocaine. Now, that was the claim, but there's hardly any of those substances that I've said. You know, there's hardly anything to go on by that measure. So, when we look at all the facts, and when they all come out, we will have to see how we will be more powerful in our stance, to be more judicial, more objective, in our deportment when it comes to all these allegations and these charges. That's what's so important. So I think that we have on our hands the amount of being able to say Diddy is an innocent man who deserves to be free. He deserves to be a free man on lockdown, monitored with all the different conditions and restrictions that will prevent him from being a flight risk. You know, that would be sad if he turns around and goes against what the judge says. Excuse me, goddamn. So we have to really take that into account. We have to say how Diddy is so used to being catered to and thought about and said the things, but what does it get him if he can't be let out of jail, out of the MDC, the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, New York, United States of America? What does that gain him? What is it gaining him to be locked down? He could possibly have the chance to not only, like I said yesterday, shut them up or muzzle them or keep people quiet, but he could also be able to say that he is definitely a man who is proposing to be, someone of great stature again. If he's trying to do that, I don't know if he'll be able to get to the same stature as he once was. These infamous parties, they just show how he brought it upon himself. Really, he brought upon all this upon himself, allegedly, because that it's not. Everybody says, "Oh, it's money. It's too much money. It's too much money. He's got too much money. Oh, he had all the fame in the world." It's not money, fame, or power. It's not any of those. It's not those. It's the absence. It's the impotence. It's the impotence of knowing what you want to do in your life. It's the impotence of being able to see through other people. There's an impotence to that. So Diddy is definitely in a position, is in a totally different position he's never been in before. These Tusi parties, these pink cocaine parties, get-togethers, whatever, freak offs, whatever. they're just examples. They're just examples of what a lifestyle it is, and it goes back to centuries. Goes back centuries. There's been bacchanalia and different things like that with alcohol and stuff like that. They had these massive orgies um, that took place. They took place during this whole time period, centuries ago. The Greek-Roman antiquity with orgies. The truth about sex in ancient Greece. There was Greco-Roman. There are Greek-Roman orgies that took place. So hey, that's just facts. That's just facts, and it's not to excuse Diddy of his alleged crimes or alleged lawsuits and different things like that. It's just to show that human behavior has always been like this. It shouldn't be like oh my God, this is a shock. Because even as recently as the 1920s, they had, if you ever watched the movie Babylon, which is a horrible movie, but if you ever get a time to watch some scenes from it, you'll see, people being peed on and stuff like that. It's like, this is next level. This is, it was like the party scenes. I mean, even if in The Great Gatsby, another 1920s set movie, they had these huge parties. Everybody's having a good time drinking and I think it's during Prohibition at the same time. So it was the same kind of idea. But I know for a fact that Diddy, if he did do any of the tusi or pink cocaine or tusi B or whatever the case may be, he was probably, days out of his mind. He was just like, he wasn't even in his thinking realm. He wasn't even in his way of thinking about anything. And with the alleged GHB being introduced to the dozens or scores of, what was it? Maybe hundreds, I think, maybe even hundreds of baby oil mixtures. It just shows you how he went up and down and like went all around and just couldn't keep it together. He just couldn't keep it all together. And that's the downfall really happened. It was like breaking through a wall. It was like saying, he's got this much at stake, but can't really call it. But he's an innocent man. He's an innocent man that deserves to be free to his own mansion, to be free to his own place of understanding. That's what should happen. That's what should go down. That's what should occur. He should have every right to do that. He should have every right. He should be released on bail, house arrest, monitored, whatever, ankle monitor, all of that. No tusi, no pink cocaine, none of that stuff, because this is a different situation. You can't use any substances during this time period. They should be legal, of course. They should be legal. They should be, available to everybody but Diddy at this point. But in the grand scheme of things, the pink cocaine. What is its schedule? Let me see. It's not really scheduled. I mean, it's part of other drugs, but it's part of 2CB, MDMA, ketamine, and caffeine. So you're getting uppers and downers, stimulants and depressants, all wrapped up in one. So that's the faith. That's the reason why, not the faith, but the reason why Diddy is locked up. I think because they don't want him to get a hold of the Tusi. They don't want to give him a hold of the drug that potentially put him on to the more freak off sessions. Because this drug just developed within the last few years, I think. I mean, it's relatively new. It's not even that old. But it's not a type of cocaine. That's the irony of it all. It is not a type of cocaine. Okay, so it's relatively new. Only in it's reclassified as a Schedule I controlled substance in the United States in 1995. Pink cocaine is popular among teens and young adults in the club scene, and its use can lead to a range of side effects, including hallucinations, euphoria, nausea, rapid heartbeat, and in severe cases, seizures and respiratory depression. And if you've ever seen the beginning scenes of Eyes Wide Shut, you will understand how serious it is. Even though she wasn't on pink cocaine, I think she was on some kind of other substance. But there was like this scare that this chick, Sidney Pollack's characters calls Tom Cruise's character. He's like, man, you gotta help me out. This broad's, she's ODing. She's not. I don't think she's breathing properly. And Tom Cruise is a doctor. He's a physician, and he goes to her. He's like, he's inspecting her. He's checking her out. He's checking out her vitals, checking out her neck, everything like that. And then he's like, you with me? I'm paraphrasing, but he's like, are you with me? And she's like, And like after a few moments in the movie, you get to see her, perk up some more. She's getting back to life. So Sidney Pollack's character is like, oh, thank you, man. I appreciate it. I thank you for, bringing her back to life, essentially. That's what it is. I mean, it's just, I don't do drugs. I've never done a drug whatsoever. Scheduled. The only drugs I do are psychiatric drugs. And I have 11 people in here right now. Let's make this a party. Let's go. So, I've never had any kind of psychoactive drugs in my life. I'm not dumping on anybody who ever has. One of my heroes, Mr. Choice Terrain, he definitely has used many times cocaine. And one of my also heroes, writer Aaron Sorkin, he has used cocaine in the past before with other substances. So I'm not going to kick the backs in of anybody who's ever used substances. I hope they get the treatment. This is what I can concoct for Diddy, though. Diddy goes straight, right? He becomes an objectivist under the school of Ayn Rand. Then he invests in various rehabilitation centers and makes billions of dollars off the rehab centers. Because the people that are on pink cocaine or tusi or 2CB, whatever the case you want to call it, and cocaine and heroin and methamphetamine and fentanyl, they're going to need to go to some place to get clean again, or they're going to die. That's just a fact. Or they may escape it, but there's a good chance that they're going to ruin their lives. That's why you have the rehabilitation centers. So if Diddy comes out of this, cokeheads, who's this? Gumbinos? Cokeheads are annoying. Well, I've never encountered a cokehead, that I know of. Maybe they are. I don't know, but I say legalize all drugs. Everybody's like, oh, marijuana, yeah, it's got to be legal. Yeah, okay. I want coke to be legal, heroin to be legal, fentanyl to be legal, everything, all of it. Oxy, everything, all of it. Everything. Mescaline, Quaaludes, all of it has to be legal. Has to be. We've got to get to that point in our society where we legalize all these substances. It's only right. Because I think that's what Diddy should do. If he's cleared of all the charges and if all the lawsuits are handled and definitely going through each one, I just want him to invest in rehabilitation centers. That'd be key for him. That's a money maker right there. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. If you had a rehabilitation center in every city in every state, or had multiple rehabilitation centers, oh my God, that would be such a great thing, because you're getting people help that they clearly need, because they had to get, high at a party just to have a good time. They couldn't get, just have a good time, grooving off the music, or even alcohol, which is legal, which once was not illegal, was not legal. Diddy should definitely invest in rehab centers, and he should, if he doesn't check himself in, he should definitely be the investor in these rehabilitation centers. So, it was a party in here. I don't know. It's a fundraiser Thursday. Get those funds up. Get those likes up. It's funds. My Cash App is $SkyLersAunders1. My PayPal is paypal.me/SkyLersAunders. And my Venmo is SKYLERIZED. And this particular program is sponsored by LifeStrongApparel.com. Go there, get fitness gear, get the fruit-infused sea moss, the soursop, elderberry, blueberry, mango, and pineapple. I've had the blueberry. It's excellent. I can definitely vouch for it. I can definitely say that it's a quality product. I had to ration it myself for like a week or 2 weeks, and that was, pretty amazing. So, I think with the notion that we're in a world where we can have different products made from a great producer, Mr. Peng. He is a great guy. He's a friend of mine, and I appreciate his dollar. So definitely go and purchase the sea moss. Go to the checkout, and at the checkout, you can get a code SKYLER10, Skyler10, and get 10% off all your purchases. So definitely take advantage of that, and I'll be very happy if you do that, because that shows him, making business. So definitely engage in that and be happy with it. All right, Diddy and the pink cocaine, the Tuci, it's messy, child. It's a mess. What you need to know about pink cocaine. That's why they put it in quotes. They put it in quotes because it's not really cocaine. It's pink, but it's not really pink cocaine. It doesn't typically contain cocaine, because that would make the price go way up. This is relatively cheap. Pink cocaine is relatively cheap. Cocaine in it would make it go way up. So it's mainly about ketamine, a drug with very different effects. So with the tusi, the 2CB, the pink cocaine, we have to really take into consideration all of the different ways that it has affected us. Ways that is continuing to affect us in the club scene and the different the cartels, the different things like that. There would be no cartels. How many moonshiners are there really? There's like 200 or 500, or at the highest point they're probably like 100,000, maybe even more, maybe in 1 million. And during the bootlegging days of alcohol, they're bootlegging drugs right now. I still don't understand. I would love to hear a solid argument, objectively stating the distinction between alcohol and other drugs, besides their effects. That's obvious. There's definitely stimulants, and alcohol is not a stimulant. But I want to know. I mean, if you're high on PCP, are you going to go out with a weed whacker and start terrorizing the neighborhood or something like that? What's going to happen? I mean, if you're in the space of your own home, watching television, snorting cocaine or getting high off of heroin, what crime are you committing? What are you committing? What harm are you doing? There's no clear-cut answer to that. There's no objective answer to that. Other than to say that people, oh, well, it endangers people's lives. Well, if they want to endanger their life, they should have every right to endanger their life. That's their life. They have control over it, not the government, not the state. So, Diddy definitely has a different way of looking at things, as we all know. He has a different way of saying things, as we all know. And it's just part of the plan. It's part of the plan. He's trying to get out of jail as quickly as possible. He posted $50 million bail. That was denied. He did another trial for it. That was denied. I think he's on his third time still. I think they're having a panel of 3 judges still deliberating whether he should be released or not. So if we have the idea of making somebody as huge as Diddy was the most famous man in the world at one point. And he's probably the most infamous person right now. But he's innocent. He hasn't been proven guilty yet. I'm waiting for the day where they do the Cinco de Mayo or sometime earlier or later, and they have him sitting there with the defense and see what he does. See what kind of position he takes. So I think that Diddy is, of course innocent, but also, like I said, if he's cleared of all of this, which is, if he's cleared of it though, definitely invest in rehabilitation centers. Definitely invest in rehabilitation centers. And they shouldn't be, oh, she was in rehab. Here she goes back to rehab. Oh, he was in rehab. It shouldn't even be look. It's like, oh, he's going to rehab. Oh, good. She's going to rehab. Okay, great. Oh, they were in rehab about 5 years ago. Okay. They got a chip. See how many years, sober. 5 years sober. That's great. That's excellent. Because some people just can't deal with it. Some people can't deal with, and that's the thing you have to ask yourself too. Why are you using heroin to do it, destructively? To OD. Why are you using, cocaine to OD? I don't mind you doing heroin or cocaine, but why are you doing it to OD? Why is life that terrible? Reality is that oppressive that you have to go against your own life, your own vital statistics, your own body, your own mind? Most importantly, your mind. You have to do that. That's what the issue is. That's what is mainly on the field. It's the fact that people don't know the distance that they should go in taking these drugs. They don't know how far. They don't know how close. They're like, I'm not feeling it. Let me take some more. Let me take some more. And they take some more, and it's like, whoa, now you're all woozy. You don't know what's going on. Thanks for the party. I appreciate it. 10 people in here. Thanks for the party. Let's make it go up to 20 or 30. Tell a friend. Tell somebody else about it. But yeah. So it's just messy. It's just a big mess. How we've imprisoned hundreds of thousands of people. We made all these different people into drug lords. The drug lords are like respected. They're more respected than cops. That's facts. They say defund the police. Why don't they say defund the gangs? Defund the cartels. No, they say defund the police. Peppy from the Bronx. Thank you for your hatred. I'm gonna say your line. You said this dude right here loves African Bombada deep fried doo-doo nuggets. That was cute. That was a good troll. Thank you for that troll. Appreciate it. Thank you for trolling. But yeah, so that's the distinction that has to be drawn in the line in the sand. Whether you want to be a junkie or a crackhead and a meth head and a fent head or whatever the case may be, or not, or just take these substances, casually. Yeah, I did about a gram, 2 grams of coke. Kept me moving throughout my day. Hell, they had it in Coca-Cola. Where the hell do you think Coca comes from in Coca-Cola? They put cocaine in the soda. That's why it's called Coca-Cola. They kept the name. They didn't drop the name and say, "Oh no, we don't want to be associated with cocaine anymore. We gotta get out of here." Salute to Bella. Oh my, long time to see once again. Exactly. Bella, this is the time when you tell other people about me, okay? You tell all your friends. It's 6:51 where you are, right? Hey, okay, this is Kazia Faya. Hey, Saunders, here from the Starport. Salute. Make sure you tell a few friends, more people from the Starport. What are we talking about today? I'll tell you. Usually I would not tell people, but we're talking. I kept it on the same issue. We're talking about Diddy's employees carrying around product pouches with different drugs in them, different substances. Poppy from the Bronx. You can tell his parents suffered from autism. I appreciate the hate, sir. Thank you for the hatred. Thank you for the hate. I need the hate. That only fuels me. I'm going into another hour then. I'm going to make this 2 hours. This is going to fuel me. Okay. King says, yo, peace up. Peace up, King. Salute. Make sure you tell about 12 people about me. Just say, yeah, this is some goofy nigga with a black shirt and a gold tie and a black hat. I don't know. He's real goofy, but he's got some perspective. He's got some ideas. So that's all that I ask. That's all I ask. If you can't give up the funds, my Cash App, my Venmo, my PayPal, then definitely just tell some friends about me. King Hazy, I dropped your link in Chef MG's stream the other day. Appreciate it. Thank you. Bella, I can only be here for a few because I got some papers for tomorrow. Okay. The papers are more important. Definitely more important. My show is important to me, but your papers are, I respect you for, having your papers. May I ask you, are those college papers? Are those for university, or are you just reading newspapers? What do you mean papers? Are you saying papers like for school? I'm a mod over there. That's why I told you hit the link and meet some people. Okay. Well, kinda, yeah. Okay. All right. So it's a party. 13 people in here. I'm not mad. Make sure you get those likes up. It's at 6 right now. Keith is in here. Good God Almighty. Wizards in here. All right. Now it's a real party. Scholar, do you believe that Sean Combs have any remorse for the ish that he did in his victims? I don't think I cussed all today, so applaud me for that. Let me get my shoulders off. Keith, I would not say he has any remorse because he's not found guilty or liable yet. Once he's found guilty or liable, then I'll say, well, damn, he's probably got to be remorseful, or I'll say he's gonna champion his own, not his ego, but his id. He's gonna champion his id and try to say that he's better than the people that charged him and used their lawsuits against him. I blew my back out. Does anyone have any advice on what to do? I can't move. Well, that sounds like a pause, wizard. And I can't really help you here. Apply cold. Oh, okay. She's trying to say, is that a man or that's a woman, right? That's what Kazaya is a woman. Okay, Kazaya Fire. Okay, she's saying apply cold compress. I think she meant to say apply a cold compress. Try to see if that works, wizard. But anyway, I'm talking about Tuci. I'm talking about substances and what Diddy's employees allegedly carried in Prada pouches and fanny packs around his white parties and freak-offs. Yes, thank you, he said. But that's all I'm talking about. That's all I'm going on right now. So what we have here is a failure to comply. No. Diddy is gone. Diddy is not gone. He's an innocent man. He's not gone yet. Until he's locked up, until I hear the clang. If I hear that sound, then it's like, okay, Diddy's done. Diddy's gone. Until I hear that, when they had the press all around, or maybe they might not allow press, but if they get that idea, then maybe they will. Last question, Scholar, do you believe that Sean Combs have found God since he was locked up? Well, he already had God. It's like 99, 95% of the people in the population believe, or 90%, maybe it's even lower. I don't know, but I know it's in the high 80s and 90s. He already believed in God. He already believed in God. LOL. Mason Diddy told him when he attended the white party not to wear no drawers. Wow. If you can back that up with facts, then I would love to see that. I'd love to see that in factual statement. Hold up. Let me find the footage. Okay, you got footage. Okay. I see what you're working with. You got the footage. You got actual evidence. Not mad. But yeah, so this tusi and the marijuana and the cocaine and all these different substances and the GBH and the allegedly in the baby oil. It's all leads down the wrong road. All of that, why didn't he think? Why didn't he use his brain? Why didn't he? He's a mastermind entertainer, because he's not a rapper and he's not a singer and he's not a producer. He's a record executive who had to take on all these responsibilities and be mediocre at all of them. That's the kind of way he had it. But he was in my top 10, to be honest. He was in my top 10 rappers. along with Will Smith and Pimp C and Common. Those are my top rappers. I mean, they still are, but Diddy's not. He's not my top rappers anymore because just blow up, just this whole blow up. Even though he's innocent, it's still a blow up. And you know, did he have any sponsors? What sponsors did he have? And I'm not talking about Ciroc. I'm not talking about Ciroc. And I'm not talking about his own company, Sean John. But what else did he have? Like, did he have any sponsors? Did he have that much money? Is he a better rapper than Birdman? No, Birdman is better. Just listen to him on What Happened to That Boy. Birdman killed that. He was on something level. Birdman. For real, last question. Oh, God. Keith, what time is it in Japan, goddammit? It's 2 o'clock in the morning. What are you doing? Thank you for coming to the SkySaunders Sing, but goddamn. Sky, when is Sean Combs' trial? The trial is going to be May 5th, 2025. That's the set trial. It couldn't be moved up or moved back. It's 2 o'clock, goddammit. It's crazy. Must have been wiped off YouTube. I'm gonna find it though. Yeah, somewhere on the internet. Gotta look for the internet. Look in the interwebs. Go to DuckDuckGo. See what happens. The sake, of course. You're zooming off the sake. Do you have work tomorrow? It's what is it already? It's already Friday. It's already Friday. You got work later on, Keith. It's already Friday, damn it. So we have to get to that level. I'm gonna get to that point. He got so many. Yes, he has so many cases. He's got over 120 civil suits, and they don't look good for him. They look pretty bad, and it looks pretty bad that there was such an amount of males and such an amount of females that were out alleging that he violated them in some way. Doesn't look good. It ain't all good. It ain't all good. Troll babies unite. Yes, Queen Troll. Salute, Queen Troll. I've never seen you in here before. Thank you for coming by. I appreciate you. Thank you for stopping by. Troll all you want. This is the platform to get your troll on. You know, get out your cuss me out. Say, you know, Diddy. Diddy was. This is clickbait. You know, you're using clickbait. Let me tell you something about clickbait. Saying something that's clickbait is like saying, yeah, no kidding, no duh. That's what it is. That's like when you have a person that fishes. You know, they have a rod or they have a pole or something like that, and they have what? No bait. They just have the hook. They don't want the hook. They want the bait. So you have to bait them and then they get them on the hook. That's the whole point of clickbait. Thank you, Queen Trail. What is your I'll give you my email. My email is skyrlersaunders@gmail.com. I slow that down. skyrlersaunders@gmail.com. Well, thank you, Queen Troll. Send me a message, a very tasteful picture of you with clothes on. That'll help me out. Thank you for the recognition of the tie. Appreciate it. I do appreciate it. But thank you, Queen Troll. You are the queen of the troll babies. He's well. He's great. That's Papa Saunders. Yeah, he's great. He's well. He's asking how's your father? I don't answer all questions. Most questions I say it's got to be $10 and I'll answer it. But I'll answer a few questions. I don't mind. But yeah, this Tuci and GHB and cocaine and all these different substances. It was all fun and good. It was all great. Everything's woo, it's a party. Woo, woo, woo. Oh, having a good time. He's trying to whack his chicken asking for pictures. Not exactly. Just want to see because I am single and ready to mingle. No, I'm unmarried without children. So I'm living the best life I possibly can at 36 years old. So I'm living the bachelor's life. Looking for a lady, and I'm from uptown, baby. Even though he says I'm not looking for a lady. But anyway, yeah, Diddy and the Tusi, they don't mix. He should have seen this coming a long time ago. That this Tusi trend would essentially bite him back. The GHB, the ecstasy, the marijuana gummies, all of that would have been an issue. All that would have been horrific, you know, given the amount of time he's putting in on all this. So we definitely have to, you know, be aware of all of it. Definitely have to be aware of it. So the Tusi is something that is really sad. It's a really sad thing because people have. That's the question. That's the thing. People are using these drugs to escape reality. Reality is so ugly and disgusting to them, and it's so horrible that they're going to drugs. That's the thing. They want to say, oh, no, it's just to have fun at a party. You know, I just want to have a good time. I want to feel a different sensation and through my body, the pleasure I get from taking it. No, you're trying to escape from the reality of and the responsibility of living. That's what you're doing. Yeah, he was going off OB on your sister a few episodes back. Well, that's true, but that can never be found. You all you have to do is say that as, you know, what happened, but it'll never be found. I erased it. I deleted it forever. Daddy had them guns to war ready. Okay. War ready, yeah. He was war ready, yeah. Facts. But yeah, so this cements the idea of Diddy being innocent. Is the fact that he had so many run-ins with the Tusi and the baby oil and the GBH and all this stuff, the cocaine, all that. He's an innocent man. Even with it, this is the beauty of the United States of America and its legal system. You're innocent until proven guilty. Keith was just in here, but he would have told you that, oh, there he is. That's funny, I just brought it up. Keith would have told you, Keith can tell you what the Japanese courts are like. Did you have an interpreter? How did you even manage that? Scott, do you blame them? Why? We do live in an effed up world. Well, no, I don't blame the victims. I'm not blaming victims. I'm blaming the people, not themselves as victims, qua victims, but them as seeing the world in a view that it's disgusting, it's nasty, it's a terrible society we live in. Everything is crumbling, everything is horrible, everything is terrible, when the opposite is absolutely true. It is a wonderful world. It is a beautiful life. It is greatness. You can achieve greatness. That's what's so beautiful. And I do not agree that we lived in an effed up world. We don't. I mean, the for the reasons I pointed out, yeah, it's effed up. For, the scheduled drugs that people can't manufacture, produce, distribute, and consume. I think that's effed up. I think that's wrong. I don't think that's right. So that's the reality of it. This is a wonderful, this is a beautiful world. We live in America, goddammit. We live in America. The noblest nation ever devised. The noblest nation ever devised. Ever. And we're still, oh my God, everything is just still terrible. Everything is horrific. Everything is horrible. I can't stand it. I want to get out of this life. I want to get out of this world. And the truth is that life keeps getting better and better and better. And we're moving closer and closer to a greater day, despite what Kamala or Trump has to say, because they're both heinous individuals. They're both evil. They're both disgusting human beings. Skylar, do you blame them? We do. Okay, it's back. I thought he was gonna have something else. He got retracted. I don't know why it got retracted, but okay. Yeah. So yeah. It just pains me when I hear people say stuff like that. It's just like, what are you Are we in the same country? Are we in the same world? Overall, and I'm not saying it's perfect. I'm not trying to give you rose-colored glasses or, Pollyanna, If that's it, is it Pollyanna? Let me make that sure. That's Pollyanna. Yes, Pollyanna, exactly. So Pollyanna, rose-colored glasses, all of that. Okay, so Keith asks, Skylar, do you believe the world is getting worse or better? It's getting better. It's getting better because we're going to fight. Whoever goes into the office of the presidency, it's not going to matter because the sales of Atlas Shrugged are most likely going to increase. People are going to be more interested in becoming, rational human beings. That's going to be the facts of it. This is a party in here. 23 people up in her. Let's make it go up to 30. Let's go up to 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 200, 500, 1,000. Let's go. Come on, let's keep it moving. But thank you anyway. So it goes down by 6 after I say all that. But yeah, so this is the part of the life that you have to do tusis and freak-offs. And like I said, consensual adult freak-offs, I'm okay with. That's why they're not part of the criminal cases. Well, the sex workers are, the prostitution part is, but they're not necessarily the freak-offs. You can't prosecute somebody for having an orgy. You just can't do that. That's just part of human nature in some people's cases. So I can't find a video where it happened. Hey, that's all right. Keep searching. Keep searching. That's all right. Keep searching. Keep looking for it. But anyway, the Tuci and Diddy. Tuci Diddy. Did he do the Tuci? Who knows? Who cares? What does it matter? As long as nobody was hurt, that's the thing I'm about. If somebody was hurt, then he needs to go to jail. He needs to be in prison. He needs to be locked up. Until then, he's an innocent man that needs to be freed and put on he needs to be put on monitoring status, ankle monitor, all of that. Heaven is in your mind, people. Create their own hell. Yes! Wait a minute. Can we say it again? Genghis Khan's. Heaven is in your mind, people. Create their own hell. Facts. Facts. It's a beautiful life. It's a beautiful world. All the things that happen to you, like I remember somebody said this about your state of mind. Your climate should always be happy. Your weather can be cloudy, partly cloudy, thunderstorms, hurricanes, could be tornadoes, it could be all kinds of different things that happen in your weather. But your climate should always be happy. You should always be in a happy state. And that's not to say that everything is hunky-dory and everything is great. Oh my gosh, it's wonderful. Everything is wonderful and going great. And that's not what it means. It means that you can have your terrible times, you can have rough times, you can have horrific times, and still be happy throughout all of that. I remember Ayn Rand said, she was like how when her husband died, she said that John Galt wouldn't like to see me this way. When she was crying and very sad and dour and or door. I can't think how you say it. But you know, she was very, you know, low, and she was saying like he'd hate her own character to see her this way, because that's the reality of life. You're not in fiction. You know, you're gonna feel some type of way sometimes. Interesting, very interesting. Keith says, yeah. Just subscribe. I really love this. We need to shine more light, and we will appreciate you. Thank you, Genghis Kaz. Respect and salute with the ring. Look at my infinity ring. That's for y'all. I respect that, Genghis Kaz. I really do. I'm not even trying to, you know, I am trying to get subs. Don't get me at it, you know, crazy. But I genuinely like that. Heaven is in your mind, but people create their own hell. Is that like your own statement? Is that your own idea? Because that you should copyright that. Print that on a t-shirt somewhere. That's a really good idea. I appreciate that, Genghis Kaz. Thank you. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. But yeah, the Tusi is definitely going to be evaluated, you know, throughout the trial, throughout the lawsuits, everything that, you know, is going to be, you know, out of Diddy's favor is they're going to try him. To be honest, I learned from a Nas line in the song "If Heaven Was a Runaway." Oh yeah, if heaven was a runaway, would I pack up my bags and leave the world behind? If heaven was a mile away, okay. I think I know exactly what you're talking about. You're talking about from God's Son from 2002. If heaven was a mile away, yeah. Would I pack up and leave out the door in a flash? Yeah, MJB, Nas and MJB. Okay, but thank you for your honesty, by the way. You could have said some BS. Yeah, I made it up. That was me. Yes, sir. Yeah. I played that CD out. I played Godson out more so than I played, I think, the Blueprint 2. And that was hot too. I like Blueprint 2. This is his hating ritual. TT Jackson. Yes, this is a hating ritual. This is where you come to hate. You hate on me. Hate on my dumb ass. Hate on my stupid ass. Hate on me. Hate on me as much as you can. I deserve to hate. I'm not backing down from it. I appreciate it. It's something that has to happen. I appreciate all the hate. Give me that hatred. Oh, not you. Oh. You meant Diddy, but this is the hating ritual. Not you, Diddy. Okay. I thought you were talking about me. Oh, but yeah, his hating ritual. Well, expand and explain upon, explain and expound upon what you mean by hating ritual. Diddy, you good, King. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. But I just wanted to know about the hating ritual because I'm part of the haterverse. I'm a character in the haterverse. I need a new name. That's SkySaunders is my that's my government. That's my Clark Kent. That's my Bruce Wayne. That's my Peter Parker. I need what's it gonna be? Gold Tie Man or something like that? I don't know. I'm just BSing right now. But if y'all come up with something clever, it might stick. But Diddy with the whole idea, his whole idea of having these parties with the Tusi. It's just amazing when you think about it. It really is amazing. It's completely amazing. Keith is laughing. Genghis Kaz is laughing. Everybody's laughing at me. Oh no. No, I know. Y'all are just playing. I got y'all. Y'all are good. They were sneaking drugs on his plane. Yeah, hey. This will forever be my question, and Mr. Chor Star Terrain brought it up. Why did he not go to Bali? He could be having Balinese women, you know, stroking his feet and patting his head and with the palm leaves or the leaves of the trees, fanning him while he's sipping on, you know, I don't know. He can't sip on Ciroc. He's sipping on something good. He's sipping on, you know, some kind of ancient native, you know, concoction that they brought up from a millennia ago. What is going to happen with Jay-Z and Beyonce? I don't know. I'm not Jaguar Wright. I wasn't even going to say her name, but I'm not JW. I mean, that's all she is from right now. I'm not JW. She knows apparently what goes on with Jay-Z and Beyonce's world. My platform, they say that I'm lawsuit proof because I don't have any money. I don't have any stature. I have no, you know, consistent, but I have to maintain my integrity. I have to maintain my integrity. That's what I have to do. So thank you, Royalty. But yeah, thank you, Royalty. He said thank you, and I said thank you before I even saw it. People that do evil can never hide from their inequities. Absolutely true. And the best thing is they can't hide it from themselves. They do the dirt, and they may get by for a while, and they may even get by forever. They may go to their grave and not do and not be, you know, prosecuted or found out about their crimes or their infidelities or anything like that. But they went to their grave with a knot in their stomach, with, you know, with a headache, some kind of, you know, issue their whole life because they didn't confront their darkness and bring it into the light. So we have to really look into that. Who raise your hand, put a 1 up if you're on your lunch break right now. I just want to know. It's 120. It's a little less than that on the chat, but just put a 1 up if you're on your lunch break, or if you're just waking up, if you're just about to start your day. You're about to start your shift, because I know I'm all over the place. I got people in Denmark, Japan. I got people in UK. I got people in. Oh, thank you, T. Thank you. I got people all over the world, so I appreciate it. P. Diddy did not like the fact that liquor was trying to put a negative vibe on his name. See, that's the thing. That's the Sosa Tony theory or theoricism. What if he really beats his case? I'm making French fries at home right now. Okay, thanks for the. I appreciate the ones. TT and Pass P. TG Jackson, you're in New York? Okay, you're on the East Coast. I'm on the East Coast as well. Okay, what if he really beats his case? Okay, yeah, if he really beats his cases, he's gonna be. He might have to move to Germany or somewhere like that. Can he go to Germany? I don't even know. But he'll have to move to a different country. I'm sure he can't live in America anymore. Diddy mistake was suing Ciroc. Never bite the hand that feeds you. That's what I was trying to get back to. The theoricism, not a theory, but a theoricism that he in fact engaged in some impropriety in business against Ciroc. And they said, like, don't F with me, Diddy. Don't F with me. And he said, you know what? I'm going to send off this suit. And he was like, all right. And they're like, okay, we're going to make sure your whole entire empire crumbles. And they've chipped at it. They definitely chipped at it and, you know, put a good, you know, chipped at the feet, you know, to make it fall down. You know, I'm not saying like just a few chips, but he's pretty much teetering on falling all the way completely down. So that Diageo, I think I pronounced it right this time, the Diageo deal with Ciroc, where he was just a sponsor. He was never really a partner. He never owned a percentage in the company. He was just the chump in the front. He was just somebody that was, you know, showing off the Ciroc and getting a payday for it. Because they were moving 40,000 bottles a month. Let me see. I think it's $40,000 a month. Ciroc. I can look it up now. Here we go. Okay, here we go. In 2007, Jay-Z became a brand ambassador for the vodka brand, which had been struggling to sell 40,000 cases in its first few years on the market. In December 2007, the commercial for Ciroc had Sean Combs calling the drink the official vodka of New Year's. After brand became official sponsor for the Ciroc the New Year event. Describing his ambassadorship to the brand, Combs sometimes jokingly referred to himself as Ciroc Obama. Combs' brand evangelism improved sales substantially. By 2014, the brand was selling more than 2 million cases per year. They were selling 40,000 in its first few years on the market. This is not just in a year, but the first few years, 40,000. Then 7 years later, with Ciroc being in the hands of Diddy as a ambassador and evangelist, they're saying 2 million cases were per year. So that I always look. Okay, I'm up to 30. Now we're in the business. Now we're doing party. Now I have to pass out Tusi. But okay, people knew what. Okay, I gotta go. We Agley's gamer girl. Okay, do you think Diddy is being framed by people who were declined and people choosing to make up all these lawsuits? I think that people just wanted to jump on the bandwagon. I mean, there's a lot of lawsuits. 124. That's a lot of people. Excuse me, 100, more than 100. It's 120 plus. That's a lot of people. People knew what P. Diddy was about and still hung around him. Facts, TT. Facts. And I'm going to just call you Gamer Girl. Exactly. These lawsuits to me, I feel, are being bogus because they kept going back, just like Cassandra staying with Diddy 2 years after the infamous hotel video leak. Exactly. See? And that tipped it off, too. That definitely tipped it off. That tipped it off into another way major level of different things. Because when Cassie or Cassandra, when she had her whole thing saying like, give me 30 million and I'll keep my mouth shut, I won't say anything, you give me 30 million, that turned into something, much wider. Much wider. Royalty. There are rumors all over the internet that award winners have to thank Beyonce. Do you believe they are responsible for all this star's accidents of death mysteriously? Wait a minute. Hold on. We got different things going on, Royalty. Hold on. Slow down. There are rumors all over the internet that award winners have to thank Beyonce. I just saw a clip of Harry Styles not thanking Beyonce. Is that a meme? Is that some kind of meme like everybody should be thanking Beyonce? I think you're on to something there. I don't think you're too far off. And for all the stars' accidents of death mysteriously. Well, people have made gross theoricisms, not true, but that like Jay-Z killed Aaliyah to make sure that she can't be with anybody. She's not going to be with Dame Dash, and that kind of deteriorated their relationship. Let me see. Gamer Girl says Beyonce and Jay-Z, yes, are responsible, especially for Kathy White's demise and Aaliyah's demise. Well, I have to disagree with you, Gamer Girl. Beyonce really didn't have much to do with Aaliyah. I don't even know if they were like too cool or anything like that. They may have been together on a press junket or some kind of media affair or some kind of event. But I don't think they were like chums and behind the scenes or anything like that. And by the way, she was older. Aaliyah was older than Beyonce. Beyonce was 17 and Aaliyah was, hold on. Aaliyah was She was 22 at the time of her death, so she was a little older. 40 people. Thank you for the hatred. Thank you for the hate. Went back down to 31, but I'll take the 31 and the 40. I'll take that. That was my peak concurrent. So yeah, that's a vicious way of saying things. I'm never gonna say that. I won't even say that as a theoricism, because I could get that could be reckless endangerment of the truth. Say something malicious against Jay-Z for allegedly killing Aaliyah, or having the circumstances surrounding her death, made readily. I don't ever want to do that. I want to stick on Diddy. Let's stay with Diddy. Diddy and the Tusi. I heard from well, if you hear from JW, you may not get the right answer. You may not be. She says a lot of things. She's like a weapon. She's like a Uzi. She sprays a weapon and shoots against like a target. Most of it's off the target. Some of it hit the target. Some of it she was right about. For the most part, she's just firing off, at anything and everything. And some things might hit the target, some things might not. That's what JW represents. That's her whole modus operandi. Okay, Royalty says, it's true that Daddy had underground tunnels connected to Michael Jackson home. I have no clue about that. And plus, even if he did, he would have to take off his ankle monitor. They'd have to find him, they would be able to track him with his ankle monitor. I do agree, but what if Jaguar Right is correct? I don't say she's correct. I wouldn't say she's correct in any form, because she went on the Piers Morgan show. Yassa, boss. Our show is. I'll be calm and quiet and tell it like it is. And then she went on this Mr. Troy's Star Terrain show. Yeah, mother F, you don't know what you're talking about. I know what I have the details. I'm saying it paraphrasing, but she went off on a whole tangent that didn't even need to be explored. She went way off of bounds. She went way out of bounds. I think that the tunnel rumors were debunked, so I'm not 100% sure. If so, they could be sealed up. This is true too. He also is a rumor that he has a submarine that he can jump into and go off into different places around the different countries. But that's not been substantiated. That's not a fact. That's all conjecture again. That's not facts. So, dude is like a GTA character. Who's that? Diddy. Diddy's a GTA character. I mean, even Uncle Ron indirectly hinted to it, so I'm not sure truthfully. Uncle Ron, are you saying do you mean Rod? I don't know I honestly don't know who Uncle Ron is. You have to explain to my dumb ass. You're going to have to break that down to me Barney style. Do you think Diddy could defeat these lawsuits? It depends. It all depends on his lawyers. If his lawyers are the Avengers, if he's got Steph Curry, LeBron James, Ant-Man, Tatum, am I missing anybody? I can't remember the big guy's name. Duela, something like that. I'm just giving you a metaphor for the team, because they said that about OJ. They said he has the dream team. He's got Cochran. He's got a bunch of Jewish lawyers. I'm not knowing their names, but The guy that David Schwimmer played and was related to I think the dad to the Kardashians or something like that. That's all I remember. Beyonce and Jay-Z former bodyguard. What about the former bodyguard, gaming girl? What happened to the former bodyguard? Former bodyguard. Beyonce and Jay-Z. Let me see. What do we got? But the Tusi. Tusi, I mean, it's not the blame. It's a substance. It's an inanimate object. You can't blame a drug or substance for your behavior. You can only blame yourself. That's what the sad part is about this country and other countries around the world. They found that, substances, they can alter your mind, they can alter your behavior, they can alter how you do. But they're not the ones they're not the controllers. You're the controller. You're in control of taking these or not taking these. Now, the question is, were these substances administered to people that were unsuspecting and did not know and did not consent to their usage? That's the question. That's what needs to be asked. That is what's so important and needs to be discovered and explored. He was mysteriously unalived. Okay, I didn't know that. Do you think they are going to reopen the case of his wife that passed away? They said he got her a gold casket and that he had 48 hours security to make sure nobody tamper with it. Whoa, this is heavy. I'm going to read that again. Do you think they are going to reopen the case of his wife that passed away? Well, I don't think it was his wife. Kim Porter, that wasn't his wife. That was his baby's mother. They said he got her a gold casket and that he had 48 hours security to make sure nobody tampered with it. I did not know that. Absolutely, they were. Y'all need to listen to Allie Carter. I'm going to look up Allie Carter right now. See what Allie Carter's life is like. Wow, okay. This is next level. Allie Carter, Diddy's most outspoken accuser. She exposes Jay-Z, Denzel Washington, and secret tunnels. Wow. We got a new Jaguar Wright. Got a new Jaguar Wright. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? She seems serious right here. She's got the black. This is weird too because she's got on 60 Minutes Plus. She's got the hoodie, a hood on with just her a face mask and just her eyes showing. Then she's got one where she's got her whole face showing and her face showing again. I don't know. Thank you for see. This is what I love about my show. I love my show because I get to learn. I learn a lot from people. I'm very happy with it. So, let me see. She is saying she is Tupac's daughter. Ooh, I didn't know that. The face mask is when she was in video. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, she was in the 60 Minutes Plus video. Yeah. So, this is what's very, very tiring. I'm wary on this. It's hurting my head. It's like the late great Paul Mooney said, I'm suing the state of OJ for fatigue and giving me headaches, and I'm paraphrasing now, but for annoying me and for giving me an adverse reaction to all the events that have occurred. Like, that's what I'm getting with Diddy. Like, I might have to, I'm thinking he's innocent. I'm saying, I don't think it. I'm saying he's innocent. I'm saying he deserves to be in lockdown and have an ankle monitor on his house. But this whole thing is just such a blur of just nastiness and ugliness. It's just sad. Sad. Okay, y'all are talking. Let me see. No, music video. Okay. She does look like Tupac. She claims it's her father. Prayers for strength for you. Ali said it's so much bigger than Diddy. Okay, everyone, God bless and enjoy it. Enjoy it. Day safely. I'll see y'all on the next live. Salute, Genghis Khan. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for telling people to subscribe. I appreciate your honesty, and I hope you do have a great day. Do you think that the civil lawsuits are from people that Diddy declined the opportunity to work with him? Possibly. The civil lawsuits are from people that Diddy declined the opportunity to work with him. If they are, then what basis do they have? What do they have as a basis? More Ali Carter. Is it Ali or Ally? I think it's Ali. Ali Carter videos will make you change your mind. I'll see it. When I get off of here, I'm gonna look at her videos. He blackmailed them for years. Amber Stutz says. So he blackmailed the people that he didn't. What do you say? Will make you change. So he blackmailed whom for years? Whom did he blackmail for years? We're talking about Diddy. Allegedly blackmailing folks. That's what I'm thinking, that it's all a fraud. My guess is they just want money. I want to know why they didn't go to the police when it first happened. This is the weird world of statutes of limitations. This is the weird world of you're still able to put in a file of complaint after years after what's happened, months after what happened sometimes, but it just seems weird. Like okay. Gamer Girl says, like, what I'm doing is taking all these lawsuits with a grain of salt. I might have to take them with a boulder of salt. He drugged his victims, would record them, and then use the video to blackmail them back to do more. Okay, that's unsubstantiated claim. Hasn't been processed in a court of law. But I appreciate you, Amber. Thank you. I'm still suffering from PTSD 30 years later after watching the Rodney King beating by LAPD. God damn, that was 32 years ago. Excuse me, 36. No, 32 years ago. Excuse me, 32. I'm 36. That was 32 years ago. I was in 1992. 92 when that happened. Yeah, I was only 4 years old when that happened. I have I only have, like I said, I have only the recollection of multiple media sources and movies and TV shows that have covered it. And if he had died, then that would have been epic. That would have been super epic if he had died. Not saying I wished him to die at that time. I know he's dead now. But if Rodney King had been killed by those cops, then that would have probably been, there would have been, they wouldn't have been acquitted. They would have probably, if they would have been acquitted after killing him, I that's when I think the whole of California would have burned down. So, but we're having a party right now. Everybody's swinging, dancing to the music on the radio. I mean, I bet some went to the police, but their cases were dismissed from lack of evidence. Yeah, and let's see what happens with now. They said, truth in numbers, even though that's not a fact, you can have a whole lot of zeros, doesn't add up to one. But I'm not denying them. I'm just saying that's the case in sometimes. Sometimes that is the case. So you can have 1,000 and all of them are proven fake. That's facts. I mean, I bet some went to the police, but they're okay. Could be proven fake. Celebrities, quote unquote, who were trying to speak out about it mysteriously died. Well, give me these celebrities. Are you talking about like Matthew Perry and Liam Payne and stuff like that? Are you talking about them? There hasn't been any evidence that Liam Payne had any encounter except for one that he talked about on Graham Norton's show. He was saying how he shook his hand. It was Leonardo DiCaprio on one side and Jay-Z on the other, and Diddy was in the middle, and he had this weird cackle. He had like a ha 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 ha, like he had a weird evil kind of laugh. He was like, I gotta look out for this guy. Allegedly, that's what he said. Liam Payne. Who's Twitch? I don't know who Twitch is. I know who Anne Heche is, and Michael Jackson, of course. Liam Payne was on the witness. Was he on the witness list? Ooh, I did not know that. I've scoured articles. I know what he was saying. I know about the broken TV. I know about him being with his girlfriend. I know about him dropping 130 feet in Argentina. I got all those details. I did not say that he was on the witness list. If you give me a pinpoint example, that'd be great, Amber. Ellen Show DJ, another example. Okay. Ellen DeGeneres, DJ on the TV show. I know what you mean. I know. Yeah. I'm not going to say sheesh because that's what Mr. Charles Terrain says, so I'm not going to copy him. I'm just going to say, wow. Wowzers. I used to say wowzers, like from Inspector Gadget, and they say I look like Inspector Gadget. I'm going to bring that back. I'm going to say wowzers. Wowzers. Whoa, wowzers. Oh, DJ Twitch. Okay, got you. DJ Twitch. Okay, got you. See, I'm stupid. Takes me a while to learn something, but when I get it, I'm good. I get it and I'm understood. Like my times tables. What's 3 times 4? 12. What's 12 times 12? 144. Like it just hits you real quick. Don't ask me to do 36 times 28. I can't do that readily. I appreciate that, Amber, but it takes me time I'm slow. Let me say that. Let me say I'm slow. I'm retarded. And that's not a that's the thing we have to deal with in our society. The word retarded isn't necessarily it's now a slang term for somebody that's maybe slow or kind of, but retarded just means that you're slow. You say, oh, they're slow children. Oh, they're slow. That's the slow class, and that may be hinting on, an insult. But that's all retarded and retard means is that you're slow. So we should be able to use the word retard. I think parents are like, we have a person that we have a child that's autistic or something like that. We don't want them to be called retarded, stuff like that. So that's just my sidebar. Don't say that. I have ADHD and on the spectrum. We just learn different. Yeah, I guess so. You ever heard of indigo children? Amber, you might be an indigo child. I think I am an indigo child. I see things, I hear things that nobody sees or hears. They call that bipolar disorder. Whatever the case may be, I see and hear things that nobody else can hear. I sometimes smell smoke. That's a weird thing, but yeah. Oh, here we go. 7 Flower, rage bait. What is the rage bait? Am I raging right now? Rage bait. I like that. I never heard that term before. Rage. I love the fact that Keith is still on. Retarded is very mean. Mentally challenged is PC. Exactly. Mentally challenged is very PC. It's very, since the late 80s, early 90s, the mid 90s, and definitely into 2000s. Mentally challenged. Very, kind of kept back. Let's say kept back, Let's not say, he's retarded. Let's not say she's slow. Gamer Girl. Is it possible Liam was bipolar and the drugs contributed to his demise? Great conjecture. I have no proof. I can't say one way or the other. I can't say one way or the other. I can't say if it was a reality, whether he had people there to disclose all of this. I think it's not been diagnosed. He's never been diagnosed to my knowledge that he had made that he had been diagnosed with bipolar disorder. That's all conjecture to me. Okay, y'all moving real fast now. Rage bait is when someone says something offensive to get a rise out of people. I did not know that. See, maybe I'm rage baiting. I was just pointing out how the difference between retarded and slow and people on the spectrum. I like to say everyone's on the spectrum because if there's the spectrum, you're either 1 to whatever one. I guess 1,000. I don't know what the number is, but it's like a gauge. It looks like a speedometer or something like that. Let me give a trigger warning, quote unquote. Some of the stuff Ali talks about is behind and sad, beyond dark. Whoa. I just think it's unfair that people are blaming Diddy for Liam's demise. I do too. I don't think Liam's demise has anything to do with Diddy, especially since he had no connections with him beyond Medium in 2017 that I know of. I joined because your title said Diddy is innocent. Oh, yeah. That's called clickbait. That's clickbait. I'm trying to get as much clicks as I can. I'm trying to get my money up. I'm not going to be shy away from that. And I put in the work. I do research. I watch videos. I read articles. I listen to audio. I get hints from Oprah may have brought Ali to the alleged parties. Something is just off about this girl, but can't put my finger on it. That's what Gamer Girl says. Tupac Shakur forever. Yes. Oh my God. What is that? Yeah, I can't pronounce that. I don't know. I have no clue how to pronounce that. It's AU. All you're going to be is AU. AU. That's all I can say. My dumb ass. AU. But yeah, so what do we have? Let's see. That's really good, Gamer Girl. That seems like that's the truth. That Alexei I'm not trying to cuss. Shishkinov. That sounds about right. I took Russian, so I know a little bit about the Cyrillic alphabet. Yeah, I put it in Cyrillic. She said the alphabet. Yeah, it's Cyrillic. Yeah. Have you studied Ayn Rand? She was an American writer and philosopher, but she was born a philosopher in Russia. I definitely highly recommend Ayn Rand. Everybody in the chat, look up Ayn Rand. AYN space RAND when you get a chance. Check out Ayn Rand. Now, it used to be a party. I don't know what happened. We got 6 people in here, 10 people likes, but it's more than 6 people in here because the numbers go up exponentially. So, back to the Tusi. I just lost 3 more viewers. That's all right, though. That's all right. Back to the Tusi and Diddy. Did he take the boy? Did he take the bussy? Was that part of his plan? Was that part of his idea? Did he take it? Did he take the female? Coochie. Did he take it? Take that. Take that. We don't know yet. All we know is that he's innocent. That's the only thing we know. We know that he's an innocent man. Let me see. Royalty says, did he pass They are saying he was molested by a Catholic priest. And what is your opinion on Justin B? I don't know who Justin Bieber? Is that what you're talking about? Justin Bieber? And Diddy being molested by a Catholic priest? That seems like a movie. I can't, that seems like somebody just putting together words that sounded right. He was in Catholic schools and he was touched. I can't, it's totally unfounded. It's completely unsubstantiated. Royalty, yes. Royalty says yes. Gamer Girl says, I definitely believe Diddy is innocent. I mean, he did have the hotel altercation, but something happened in the room, and it's upsetting everyone is dumping on Diddy because of it. Facts. Who knows what was in that room? We saw Cassie, and there's no way you can take that back. He definitely violated Cassie to the nth degree. To very, very close to, knocking her unconscious. He was giving her Tyson blows. So we do have to take that into account. So, back to being a party, double digits. Let's fire it up. Fire it up. These last few minutes. Going for 2 hours. Last few minutes. But yeah, he's innocent. That's the thing people don't understand. They don't want to say. He's innocent. It's a weird thing to say, but it's true. That's what our country is about. I want to say, there has to be a movie. There has to be a movie where the person is guilty until proven innocent. I want to see that movie. There has to be, what's his name? Kurosawa, Federico Fellini, Fritz Lang, somebody in across the world. They may have already made that movie. I would love to see. If I don't, I'm making that movie. Somebody that's guilty until proven innocent. You have to prove your innocence. Fortunately, in our country, we don't have to worry about that. We don't have to worry about it. I heard Cassandra was just as violent as Diddy, but I can't confirm it. It's true, but sounding convincing. Yeah, I'm sure she slapped him around a couple times. Allegedly. I shouldn't say sure, but she may have slapped around a couple times, may have punched him, may have kicked him, something like that. But we didn't see that. We didn't see that in that video. He's innocent, but the burden of proof is on the government. It's their trial to win and the defense to lose. And a Canadian, it's definitely angering how... I'm a Canadian, and it's definitely angering how they are treating Diddy. He just needs some substance abuse counseling and anger management, if anything. Doesn't need a prison, in my opinion. Yeah. The racketeering includes the arson, where it was like a scene out of American Gangster. Anybody remember a scene where Josh Brolin's character, he steps out and he says he finds a turkey on his stoop, and then his car explodes? That's what's like what happened with Kid Cudi. I don't know if his car exploded, but it was alleged that it exploded. Basically in Ontario, Canada. Okay. Good to go. Yeah, so the racketeering has some serious charges against him for his business. Let me make 100% sure of that. Was there any evidence that Diddy blew up the car? I don't think so. It was all conjecture, but I think that was the arson behind that they tried to say is what he did. And it's racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, and transportation to engage in prostitution. Yeah, it's hearsay, gamer girl. It's all hearsay. What she said over here, what he said over there. Let's run with it. Let's just run with it. See what happens. It's a shame. Really, is a shame. And I'm not caping for Diddy. I'm just telling it like it is. I'm telling the truth. He's innocent. People rush. Oh, did you see the Cassie video? He's got all kinds of people lined up. There's videotapes and he's innocent. I promise, Skylar. Last question. Skylar, when are the feds going to run down on Dr. Umar Johnson? I have no clue. I still have to look into him. Okay, Gamer Girl says Neves Lopez Gardoni is the one who sent the escorts to the parties, and I believe that it is legal to have escorts at social events, and they chose to stay for the after party. Got hiccups all of a sudden. I don't know the validity in that. I don't know if that's true, but I appreciate you for divulging that. Thank you for saying your piece on that. Appreciate that. So, in these waning moments, I just think that Diddy will never be the same. He'll never have the I run New York, I have the key, I have the honorary degree, I have all these people, I have white people that know me. That's when you know you're famous. When white people know you, that's when you know you're famous. All right, Gamer Girl says, and many of the women and men kept going back after, so that's why to me I think this is all about money. It's all about the money. There's not anything about money, and that's what's sad too, because people solely the name of money. Money is like drugs. Money's like, okay, you can use this for good. You can have a good time. Know your limits, and make as much money as you can. Make a whole lot of money, make billions of dollars, or you can splurge on whatever you can and go into debt and file for bankruptcy and have a terrible life. It's all up to your whole conscience. It's all up to your mind. And it's sad that people are taking advantage for the money. That's the really sad part. So, let's see what we got. This Jonathan Odie guy, I think is unhinged, and he has said he went back 15 times, so he should automatically be discredited. Jonathan Odie, okay. Let's see. Jonathan. Okay, we're not going to talk about. Is this? We're not going to talk about Jonathan Oddie. We're going to keep it on Diddy. Let's keep it on Diddy. Give me more information about Oddie and Diddy, then we can talk about it. But hey, I would like to thank everybody that came through. I appreciate you. The ones especially that were on their lunch break. I do appreciate you, and tell you that share this channel. Thank you for subscribing. Make sure you hit my Cash App, my Venmo, and my PayPal, and I will see you sometime, probably at the same time tomorrow. Take care.